Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be working on staining a concrete porch. Let's get started. I used Eagle's Etch and Clean, and I also used the concrete cleaner, degreaser, and neutralizer. You can add this with water. I think it's 1 part cleaner, 3 or 4 parts water. You can put it in a sprayer and scrub it, or you can use, like what I used was a brush and a bucket. Okay, so this is after you have cleaned your porch or your concrete. You've degreased it, you've etched and cleaned it, you've power washed it. You've got all the dirts, the stains, the oils, the greases, everything that might cause a problem when you put on your concrete stain. It's all nice and dry. That's important. So what you want to do next is get your primer ready. I've chosen to use VALSPAR Concrete Bonding Primer. Now, what's good about this bonding primer is it allows it to give it maximum adhesion when you put on your concrete stain, and it also is supposed to resist any peeling or flaking of your stain. So we're going to, this is my first time using this particular primer, but if it has all the characteristics of a lot of the other primers, it's a great bonding solution to put between your surface and your top coat. So along with this, what you're going to need is chip brush, can opener for your primer. You're going to need a paint tray, and you're also going to need a roller and a roller cover. This is a 3/8 snap roller cover, just an inexpensive one. And I would advise to have one with a long handle so you can stand up and do the job. This is a very thin primer, so it's going to go on rather quick. It's going to go on kind of like a white color, but it will turn clear. So we're going to get started. It's always a great idea to stir this up when you get it open. A lot of the chemicals in this will separate, and so you want to combine all of this so it will work properly. So give it a good stir. cut in everywhere. We went around the perimeter. We've cut in around the post. It is starting to dry rather quickly. It's only been about 15 minutes. Next, we're going to take our paint tray. If you don't have a paint liner to go in at a tray liner, you can just use a bag. I do this periodically, especially if I just want to do a little bit of painting. Now, if you're doing an all-day job, you may want to just use a liner. But I would just use a bag like this. And then just take it off and wrap it within itself and throw it away. That easy. So, we're going to take the primer. I'm going to pour about a quarter of the can in here. Porch is all primed. I went over the whole surface, cutting around the edges with a brush, and then rolling on the rest. One coat. Drying time shows on the can it should be about 1 hour. So I'm going to go wash out my brush, soap and water, clean up my paint tray, and go get a bite to eat. Using the bag, you pull off your roller cover. And pull off the bag. Kind of turn it inside out. Just like this. And toss it, and your paint tray stays clean. Okay, this is after an hour of drying. It's got a nice satin sheen to it. Lets me know it's all been covered. And now we're going to get started with the concrete stain. Okay, I have here my concrete stain and a sprayer. This is a VALSPAR transparent concrete stain. This is not going to go on completely solid. It's going to see, you're going to see a little bit of the concrete and some different shades of the color, which is what I want. This particular color is a brown. I forgot the specific name of it. It's like Pasquella brown, or I'm not sure. Anyway, it is a brown. It's good if you use one of these. You can pick this up at a hardware store. This just helps when you pour. I like to line it up where my handle's on this side. It goes down like so. So when you do pour it into the sprayer, it doesn't spill as much. Okay, I lied. It's not a good seal on it, so we won't use that. Doesn't always go as planned. Let me also get my paintbrush. Okay, we're going to move the can out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. I'm just going to go ahead and move this around and blot it. It's quite all right that this spilled. It's all blend in the end. Okay. All right, now that we have that, we're going to take our sprayer. Screw it down tight. Make sure the close valve. Pump it up. So here we go. We're going to go real easy around the edges. So we're going to see how that goes without me having to take those off. You go in like a circular motion. You're just doing little sprinkles. You're not looking for maximum coverage at this point. It's like you want to cover about half of it, or less than that really. Circle, circle, circle. Getting close to the edge, so be aware. You don't want to make a big mess and get it on your house. And there we go. You can tell my sprayer's getting a little low on product, so I'm going to pump it up. I am going to kind of spread that out. Okay, so this is first coat. Not extremely heavy. Just kind of a light coat. You are going to see some spots here and there. It's okay. We can get it on the second coat. You're not looking for full coverage on that first coat. You just want that nice dappled look. All the way across. So we're going to let this dry, and then we're going to come back and put the second coat on. Okay, so I waited about 2 hours. The label says you could wait about 2 hours before you could feel it dry to the touch. So I'm going to do a little test. Oh yeah, nice and dry. I'm even able to walk on it. Now this is not a good time to put furniture on it. We still got to do our second coat. So let's get started. So we're going to try to fill in a little bit more than we did. A little bit more coverage. This most likely will be our final coat. So you want it to really look really nice after this coat. So just Be careful as you go around with your sprayer. Here we go. Okay, all complete. I did my second coat. I paid more attention to coverage this time. I still didn't do it super solid because I still wanted that like dappled effect. Now near the edges, I did use my brush on occasion, but I did it in like a stippling motion. I would just dab it. Always keep your brush moving, but do it like in a stippling motion. So it doesn't look brushed on, because brushed on looks way different than sprayed on. But anyway, we will check this in the morning. Porch is looking great this morning. It's been probably about 12 hours since I put the last coat on. I am going to let it cure for 24 hours before I put a sealer on. Okay, have all my supplies ready for the top coat, which is the sealer. We're going to be using Eagle Exposed Aggregate Concrete Sealer. This is one of my go-to sealers that I like to use. It's tough, it's durable, it is oil-based, so you do need to get a roller cover that has the plastic core on the inside, because it just holds up better than the cores that are cardboard. And I suggest you have the roller that has the long handle again. Put your bag over your tray, because this is just a small job. If you've been washing out your brush, you can use your brush, but this is probably the last time you want to use this brush. You could use this brush and just throw it away when you're finished, because this is oil-based sealer. So to clean it, you'll have to use something like mineral spirits, but I usually just toss them after this. One more quick thing, this Eagle product comes in brown or clear. I chose brown because my porch is brown. When I say brown, it looks about like this. It isn't, it's still a clear, but it just has a little bit of a brown tint. But once you put this on, you want to just roll it on and leave it. You don't want to go back over it too much. it does dry fast. So here we go. Okay, so like before, we've got our bag on the tray. I have my sealer here. I'm going to pour it in the tray. I'm going to pour about 1/4 of the can. I'm going to put my roller cover on. I'm going to sweep off any trash that might be in the roller cover. Okay, and we're going to get started.